Good morning, all of you. It is a long time since we interacted with one another. Today, I would like to talk about how English language can be acquired. The first and foremost point is, can we speak English without learning grammar? I have heard some videos made by some physics and some other teachers who are categorically saying that it's impossible to speak English or any other language or any second language or even foreign language without learning grammar. Actually, I don't agree with this proposal or suggestion or assertion because even though we learn a lot of grammar, there is no guarantee that we can speak English better. But if you learn English by grammar well, you can write well. But your ability in English grammar doesn't make you a good speaker. But I have known many good speakers of English whose knowledge of English grammar is very poor. For example, two of my son in laws speak nearly four languages, including English, but their knowledge of grammar in all the languages, including the mother tongue, is very poor. They are very fluent speaker. The assertion that unless we live with the people for 1 or 2 years, we cannot speak is may not be correct because these two of my son-in-laws haven't lived with any others, but just they learned English, Telugu, not Telugu, Tamil and other languages because they are interacting with other people on the phone, just on the phone conversation. Of course, sometimes they may go there, but they are not constantly living with them. So this fact clarifies our doubt whether learning English grammar is a must to speak English. No, it is not. It does not mean that we must not learn English grammar. We should learn English grammar in order to speak well, uh, write well, okay. But learning grammar itself doesn't make you a good speaker of English. Of course, once you started speaking English, like because it is the basic skill, you can learn grammar because of your interest, because of any examination purpose or any competitive examination, that's okay. But even if you are a master of English grammar, you can never be a fluent speaker. Most of the fluent speakers are not good at English grammar. You must know the fact. Of course, a professor of English may be good at all aspects in grammar, in phonology, in syntax, and everything, but we are all not professors of English, we are just speakers of English. So, the second method is teaching English through bilingual. Using mother tongue is bad because we don't encourage this method, even though the listeners and there may be many followers for this method because it's very easy to follow. This is the method we must not use in the classroom because English must be taught in English. Similarly, spoken English also can be taught in English. First, the learners must be sensitized to understand spoken English, and also then they will acquire other skills like reading, writing, and so on. It is also bad to comment that most English teachers don't know how to teach English, how to speak English. This is bad. This comes from a teacher who doesn't teach English. Of course, he may use English in his subject, physics, or something else. It does not mean that he is a good teacher of English or he is a good speaker of English. No, I don't agree with him. So comments like this must be condemned. I'm condemning it, and I hope all of you can speak English without mastering grammar. Of course, grammar can be internalized. We are not against teaching grammar for the sake of grammar. We grammar can be internalized. There must be a story, and from which we can learn grammar internally, intuitively, but not overtly. So anything must not be imposed in the classroom or in the even in the spoken English classroom. Yes, if any student comes to me, or any some students come to me for 3 months, I will make them speak English. In fact, most of my students are now able to speak English. Of course, I haven't taught them any grammar. Just I created some situations in which they were asked to speak. Of course, in the beginning, there's some make some grammatic sentences without grammatical correctness. We are going to correct them by indirect negative evidence. Even whenever they make a mistake in grammar, we don't correct it overtly, just we give or hint that he has made a mistake. Or the learner corrects himself, his mistake, just like in our mother tongue. So, this is a way we can learn our English. Of course, in the beginning, for laymen and for learners, the bilingual method may sound good. It may be, it may not be, it is not useful, but the learners think that it is useful. Even in the classroom, also, when we start teaching in Telugu, our children feel very happy. The moment we start teaching in English, they feel unhappy. But it is very, very bad both for the students and for the teachers. Because when a teacher is resorting to Telugu when he is supposed to teach English, his fluency, his ability in English is curtailed. Similarly, when the children are habituated to listen to Telugu instead of English, his ability to understand and for the teachers. Because when a teacher is resorting to Telugu when he is supposed to teach English, his fluency, his ability in English is curtailed. Similarly, when the children are habituated to listen to Telugu instead of English, his ability to understand and acquire the language also impaired. So, this bilingual or translation method is very bad. I don't recommend it. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very